Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to my channel once again. My name is Ike. Appreciate you all being here. Today, I'm going to be checking out another one from the band Tool. This one is called Prison Sex, and it's off of their 1993 debut album Undertow. So I'm going back and doing some early Tool here again. I reacted to another song off of this album, which was called Undertow, and that song, like every Tool song so far, was fantastic. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. And they have an official video for this one, so I'm going to be checking out the video because just judging by the thumbnail, it looks like it has some really cool, Adam Jones created stop motion puppetry and stuff going on. I think that's extremely interesting. And Adam Jones is just a hell of an artist. And speaking of that, somebody in my comments mentioned that Adam Jones actually created the image for the Undertow album. When I first saw it, I thought it was just like a graphic designer, but it turns out that's an actual sculpture. Shout out to that person for letting me in on that little bit of artistic info. And yeah, so without further ado, let's jump right into this one. This is Tool, Prison Sex. Well, that sounded like the intro to Sober. That's crazy sound. Tool with the sounds. Alright, so my initial thoughts on this early Tool track here. In typical Tool fashion, they break out the interesting sounds in the intro. Like some over amplified, high tension scraping. The beat drop is just sick. Killer groove on this one. I was so young and fast older. You know what I remember. I'm breathing, so I guess I'm still alive. Even the sun seemed to tell me what's that life. Hands down, my head down. Trippy. What has been done to me? Unto others. What has been done to you? I'm treading water. I need to sleep a while. My lemon mother. You look so precious, won't you? Won't you come up closer? I can smell you. And one thing I noticed in listening to like these earlier Tool songs, they just have more of like a stripped down sound, I'd say, which kind of makes sense. It seems like, as a band grows, they expand sonically. But the earlier Tool songs that I've heard so far seem to be a bit more streamlined. Whoa. I deliberately wanted to watch the video because I knew there'd be some crazy imagery, some really cool artistic conceptual stuff. You know, I really love all the stop motion. They have these two main characters, one being this sort of like porcelain doll figure with like a cracked face. That reminds me of this image from like the 1989 Batman film. And then you have like this kind of shadowy black figure, you know, like an H.R. Giger character or something. And just another funny tidbit that I found was, you know, when I was doing like some research into the artistic work of Adam Jones, I stumbled upon a Kurt Cobain clip where he's hating on the Sober video, talking about how it's derivative and sort of how they're like biting off of other stop motion artists. You know, maybe he was just clowning around, but he's like, I hope they get sued. You know, I'm like, damn, man, like, like chill, man. Double kick. Damn. Oh. I don't think this is Justin Chancellor, but the bass still sounds tasty. I really like that really cool Maynard vocal where he's like, I have found some kind of temporary sanity. He's got like a really rapid vibrato, almost like a yodel in some instances, like, kind of like a little Stevie Nicks-ish, you know? And then I like how he hits that blood on my hands line, you know? It's like, blood on my hands. I like how he says that. And then I like how that just immediately transitions right into this other part where he's hitting like these vocal stabs, you know, where the guitars are hitting like doom, 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 doom. That's really cool. Ooh. Oh, that was a cool effect. This will be over soon. You look so precious. 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 No. You look so precious. Another banger from early Tool. That was dope, both visually and musically. All right, so that was Tool with Prison Sex. Just another great track from them. The composition was extremely funky. You know, the time signatures weren't that extreme as we see in like later Tool. but there were still seemingly some interesting things going on with the timing. The riffs and the solo work from Adam Jones were cool. I liked the bass work, and even though I don't believe it's Justin Chancellor, the bass was still prominent and still had that Tool bass sound, you know. And of course Danny Carey was doing his thing, you know, just chilling in the pocket, you know, laying down some absolutely contagious grooves, and Maynard was doing Maynard things. And of course I really liked the video, you know, just really trippy imagery, excellent stop motion, cool characters, and just overall interesting visuals, you know. So yeah, this was another awesome track from them. Really appreciate the suggestions, and thank you guys for checking out this reaction with me. And until the next one, peace.